Hello viewers and welcome to Gem Spotting. Thank you so much for watching, and I think I should probably start this off with an apology for this video taking so long to come out. The story goes, me and Jono made this video just after Christmas time in 2019, so just before the start of the new year, and we had very limited light, we had very limited time, and it was all a bit of a rush job. And what happened was we tried to film 2 cars in one video, and although it all went fine and it was all very good, the video ended up being very long, and I just thought people wouldn't want to sit and watch us for an hour, which is about how long it lasts, just below an hour I think it is. So I've decided to split the video into 2, hence why I'm filming now, just for an introduction really to both videos. The first video is, and the video you're watching now, is about Jono's new car, which is an Audi A2 turbo diesel model. Really interesting little car, and we filmed this, and he'd owned it for I think a few months, and he was really getting into this car and really starting to enjoy driving it. And I had a little drive of it and enjoyed it. I can't even remember if it's on the video or not. So please enjoy this video, and if you like this one, then please do watch the other one, which is for this car, which I'm in now, which I'm actually driving to work in on this beautiful, beautiful winter's morning, and it's the Golf GTI Mark IV anniversary. It's a 25th anniversary GTI. You might have seen us mention it in other videos if you watch our videos or subscribe. And me and Jono have a drive of this one, and we talk through it a bit. So if you like the Audi A2 video you're about to watch, please do watch the Golf video as well. I promise we will do more videos, and we'll try a bit harder with them in 2020. Turns out having a baby, starting a new job and moving house all at the same time does consume quite a lot of my time, and they do take a little bit of time to edit. I know the production values aren't amazing, but even so, they still take me a good few hours to put together. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the more videos we tend to do. And we've got a few other projects coming up. I know I always talk about them on the videos. I'm not going to go into them now, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this video. Sorry about the light, we didn't have much of it. And if you like it, please watch the video about this Golf GTI as well. More stuff coming up on this car as well. It's going for an MOT at the end of this week, so hopefully it'll pass. If it doesn't, then I'll do a little video on what might happen. Okay, thanks very much. Enjoy the video. If you like it, watch the other one. Hi everyone, welcome to another Gem Spotting video, and you join me in my Golf, and I'm apologising for the camera. It's actually my iPhone camera, and the selfie camera that on the front of the phone, because all my camera equipment is packed away in the back of this car, because I'm on my way to Norfolk to make a video with Jono, and 2 cars. We're going to do his new car and this car, and I know people have asked to see this car in the comments, so thank you for commenting. Your wishes are command. We're going to make this video this weekend. I'm in Bristol at the moment, and Norwich is 230 miles that way, so I've got a full tank of V-Power in this thing. I've checked the oil, I've checked the tyres, I've checked the water. I'm going to drive to Norwich, I'm going to get together with Jono, and we're going to make a video for you. So I will see you tomorrow, because it's the evening now, and hoping we're going to get some good weather. One of the reasons we've not done a video on this car yet is just because the weather has been absolutely appalling in the west of England, or probably all over England. I'm hoping the east is going to be a little better. So yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow, unless I have any unforeseen problems on the journey, on the 230 miles this car's about to do. Hopefully not, and hopefully I'll get there without issue. So I will catch up with you tomorrow, where me and Jono will make some videos for you. Okay, as promised, I've made it to Norfolk in the dying light. Jono's still behind the camera, and here are the 2 cars for the video. So what have we got, Jono?
Okay, so
tell us about yours first.
Yeah, I've got a very delicious, as you can tell, 1.4
bring it in.
Audi A2.
So this is a late one, isn't it? This is an 05.
Yeah, so one of the last ones they did. It's just ticked over 87,000 miles, got a full service history.
So low mileage.
Yeah, so low mileage.
Must be said, looking very tidy.
Yeah, I mean, I've not cleaned it for a month because the weather's been shite, but you know, its bodywork is really good, interior is really good.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to pick it up because the light's dying, but it is super clean, isn't it?
But yeah.
So this, yeah, so it's a TDI, isn't it? Not the petrol.
So it's a 75 TDI, 3-cylinder, 1.4, and yeah, I bought it because, as some of you know, I've been working in the motor trade for the last sort of 5 years, and I've just given up my Audi company car, and because I'm changing career, or have changed careers now, I wanted something that was going to be really cheap to run, 30 quid a year road tax, so do sort of 60 to 80 miles to the gallon, depending how you drive
Which
it.
is pretty amazing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it, and it's really small, it's easy to park, and it's different. I just wanted something different. I didn't, you know, the options were Clio,
No thank
Fiesta,
you. Yeah.
no thank you,
Polo.
yeah, and my old boss Nigel was saying to me, "Why don't you consider an A2?" And I was like, "You know what, Nigel? That is a bloody good idea."
And I'll tell you why it's a bloody good idea, because I used to own one.
You did, didn't you?
And mine was a TDI as well. I had the 90 horsepower one, which was the sport. I think they did it as an SE. This is the SE, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a bit more comfortable, smaller wheels, not such a hard ride. I mean, I use this car probably twice a week to go shopping and do a few other bits and pieces, so it's also really comfortable. And actually, there's a lot more of these about.
There's a good reason why there's a lot of these around, because they are quite old cars now, aren't they? This
Yeah.
05 is the youngest you can get it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
And that's, I mean, that's over 10 years old now, isn't it?
Well, it's 14, isn't it? So
Pushing
14
nearly
years
15
old.
years old. And there's a reason why these cars are still very plentiful, and I will show you that now. And you can show it on the B pillar, and it's that down there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but that is it says Audi space frame, ASF, and that means it's an aluminium. Whole car is aluminium, right?
Yeah, so it's very lightweight, and Audi back in the day produced this alongside the Audi A8s.
And this is this is way ahead of its time, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I look at this car and I think, you know, it still looks.
They do look.
It
does look fresh.
modern.
Yeah.
So
Really does.
I've only had this car a couple of months now. I've had a cam belt done. There's going to be a few suspension bits that I'm going to get done after Christmas, and just fettle it and just make it really as nice as I can. Really,
It has they've got some quirk. Can I show you my favourite quirk on
Go on.
these? And I've no idea why it does it. You have to help with this one.
all right. You got it.
Is you can't open the bonnet on them.
Well,
You have to take the bonnet off. So your
so it's like a
your
little
particulars come in here, don't they? So we have the washer fluid, don't we, that comes out there.
That's right.
The world's longest dipstick, which I won't bother pulling out. And then the world's longest oil filler, which goes right down into the bowels of the engine. But you can lift it off, can't you? Have you ever lifted it off?
Yeah, I took it off a couple of weeks ago when I last cleaned it.
You pop these
that's right.
these little springies out. Should we lift it off? I don't want to.
to.
I don't want to damage it. We won't put it on the floor, but you have to slide it forward, don't you? It is a one-man job because it's so light.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh anything, does it?
You can.
In fact, I'll do it. If I do it, and then you can.
I don't want to. Yeah. And it just comes off.
And then
your
it's a
hands,
case
and
as
that is
well.
incredible.
What do
I
with
do
that?
with this? But they are designed to be sat on the floor. So if you actually sit them on the floor,
Yeah, but you
flat,
can see some bastard has bloody well put that bit on the floor and chipped the paint. So
yeah, that's
it's
what you've got to
not
be
gonna rest,
careful of.
so it's
And also when you put them back on, you've got to be careful. But what someone did with mine,
yeah,
when I had
scratched all
mine-
the wings, no doubt.
they went to put it on and they actually smashed
Ah.
the windows. And
Nice.
a split in the window here. They'd obviously banged it into the window.
So whilst I'm
Made a right mess.
holding this is light, but it is rather awkward. So if you'd like to show the lovely ladies,
Well, there's
and
not a
gentlemen
lot to
the
see
engine.
actually, because you need your binoculars really, because it's such a tiny little unit, isn't it? So compact and covered with all this sound deadening material.
And I have to say, it is whisper quiet, not.
Yeah, they are a bit throbby, aren't they, and a
Yeah.
bit tractor-like, but they do pull really well for such a small engine. So I'll clean the leaves off.
Thank you so much.
they do pour really well, and they do dance about on the road quite a lot, don't they? So yeah, I loved mine, and you can actually see the fillers there as well, can't you? Better. Well, let's pop that back on then.
I'm really pleased with it. You know, it's a great car. You do get people looking at you, and I've also noticed you also get other A2 owners.
Yeah,
waving at you.
They've got a real following these. Push it forward.
Okay. There you go.
And then lock them in.
And as if by magic.
Look at that.
There you go.
I've no idea why they've done that. I'm guessing, is it difficult to put hinges on aluminium cars or something? No, it can't be.
I'm sure one of our viewers will be able to
enlighten us. Well, I thought with your Audi product knowledge you might know. So what do you need to do to it then? You said the suspension is a bit squeaky.
So the suspension is chirping. So, and I know that this can be an Achilles heel for these. So I'm going to get the suspension done. And looking on the Owners Club website, people are sort of recommending Bilstein, I think they are.
Oh yeah, Bilstein shocks with Bilstein, yeah.
So that's going to be done. Tyres are all fine at the moment. It's due a service in about 6,000 miles, so I'm going to wait until the summer and get that done.
A lot of the parts are a lot of it's Polo and Golf, isn't it, I think?
Well, I think they shared this engine with the Polo, didn't they? This 1.4
yeah, I believe they did. And the Lupo, I think, as well. They did do a 1.2 TDI, didn't they, which is a super economic one with an automatic gearbox.
That's right.
They're not bad in the back. This is a four-seater, isn't it?
This one's a four-seater, and the seats fold forward.
And they come out, I believe, don't they? From memory, just turn it into a small van, which is very handy. You can get a five-seater one, can't you? But they're quite rare.
And to be honest with you, why would you bother?
And then the boot, because this is very Top Gear style. We want to see how big the boot is, which is actually, given the size of the car, remarkably big. And it is.
Pantomime script here.
It is deceptive because you think it's too shallow, but actually underneath you've got this two-layer boot with security, and then the battery and stuff we've already looked at lives under the bottom there, doesn't it? So it is actually. I think these have more volume than an A3 in boot space.
Oh, really?
So it's a smaller car with a bigger boot, and that's something goes towards the, sort of explain what the packaging was like on these. Now, how ahead of their time they were in terms of space. They got a bad rap though, didn't they? No one really wanted them when they were new. Well, they did sell quite a few of them.
They were expensive, but what you find is that people bought them and they kept them.
Yeah.
They might have bought 2 or 3, and you'll find, you know, I've noticed on the Owners Club, there's people with 3 or 4, even 5 A2s. So, you know, they are popular with those that like them.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody's cup of tea. I appreciate that, and that's for that reason. That's why I bought it.
I love mine. I think they are. I love the attention to detail. I love the way this boot opens. I love the size of the boot. I love the practicality. I love the way they look. I like the lightness. I like the way it drove. I
like the fact that I can have a clean boot, and yet all my detritus is underneath. You know, so for me, I like that. But you know, this particular one is a free-owner car. The last owner I bought it from in Lincoln. Really nice family. You'd had it for 12 years, so it has been looked after. Yeah. It really is a credit to them, to be honest with you, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something that had been looked after.
It's even got the original Audi sticker in there, which
Lincoln
you can't
Audi.
see because it's tinted, but
yeah, so
it's very, very original. Yeah.
Feel the power.
So we're inside, and I've actually forgotten just how nice these are inside. They are just like a big Audi.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel small. I mean, the only thing that you do notice is that literally you're wearing this door as if it's like...
Yeah, they're quite narrow, aren't they? And they do look a bit narrow on the road, but I've got to say, it just feels classy still in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It feels like an Audi. I mean, having had so many out, I've probably had, I don't know, 20 Audis or something ridiculous like that in the last 4 or 5 years. So, but this is nice. It goes up to speed nicely. We're doing 40 miles an hour, just under 2,000 RPM.
5-speed gearbox.
5 speeds, yeah. So.
And we've got a nice stereo in here. We've got the Audi concert stereo. They did do a Bose option, didn't they? Which was quite a lot of money from what what I've been told when I had mine. They're very hard to find. They did do a panoramic roof, which is a lot of trouble on these.
Yeah, so that was called open sky.
That's it, yeah. But not a good option to have, really.
No, well, half of them don't work now, so they take
a lot of maintenance. Yeah. So this is really the ideal spec, because you've got the better ride because it's an SE, you've got the nicer wheels because they're a bit small and they ride, again, they're less prone to damage. The 17-inch sport wheels on mine were just appalling for damage and incredibly brittle and not strong at all. You've got the nice stereo, you've got the nice leather rim wheel. These seats, I know you said they're not, they are a little bit lacking in side support, aren't they? But they're,
what I noticed,
they are quite comfy.
I picked this up from Lincoln and I drove it home all the way back to Norwich, and what I noticed, because I was, you know, driving at speed, approaching roundabouts, it was fairly late, so there was no traffic. So as you're approaching and you're going around a roundabout at speed, you sort of feel as if you're falling into the lap. You know,
and you are quite sort of elbow room is a bit at a premium, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's only a 2-seater in the back, so I imagine the 3-seater one is sort of children only job, really, isn't it? It's not going to be 3 adults in the back. But that said, it does feel nice in here. It does feel very nice in here. I
think this would have been a really lovely car when it was new, you know.
They were a lot of money. That was part of the problem with them, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I can't remember the pricing, but
sure,
I think it was something
about
like 14,
15,000, which back then,
it's a lot of money.
You think that Golf I've got back there, probably 18 to 20,000. So it's a lot of money for a smaller car, you know. And yeah, I think it was maybe a bit overpriced, but you know, there's a lot of bourgeoisie in the UK, and they love a posh car. Like, look at the Allegro Van der Pla. Come on, exactly what people want, isn't it? So,
no woodette in this one though.
No.
But what I like about this is the top. I mean, that's third gear. We're doing.
Yeah, that does. I can feel it pulling. I can feel it as a passenger. Yeah.
It doesn't feel slow at all. So although there's not a huge amount of horsepower,
you don't need it because
torque,
lightness, and that is what kills cars, isn't it? Lightness is what kills them, and sorry, weight is what kills them, and lightness is what brings back that zesty punch, you know, you get from a little engine. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, they did a 1.4 petrol, which is average.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same horsepower as this, but obviously because you haven't got a turbo,
it's
not.
This is not working quite so hard.
It's not as punchy, is it? And
it does pick up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're changing gear often.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you expect? You know, it's quite a short gear.
Yeah. Well, they did a 1600, didn't they? 1.6 FSI.
That's right. So those, though, I mean, if you're going to buy a 1.6 FSI, you need to be able to look after it. You need to be able to give it what it wants, because it is a bit of a, I'd probably class it as a Hollywood diva, really.
Yeah. When it's working, it's fantastic, and it really suits the car. But if you don't look after it and you don't treat it as it wants to be treated, it will kick up a stink, won't it? And they like to be run on super unleaded, I've been told. 110 horsepower, I've done my homework.
That's right, good boy.
And that gives them a real lively performance, but you can chip these, can't you, these diesel ones?
That's right, yeah. So there are a number of companies, but there is a video on YouTube which I've seen. A chap who buys one of these, it's an ex-Audi UK car, and he tunes his, I think, to 107 or 102 brake horsepower, which is loads. Yeah, it's loads. Yeah. But what he said, it really transforms the ride, because you just got so much more get up and go.
And I felt that with my 90 horsepower one. It did. Yeah. It had a lot of punch, and it was lively on the road, even with 90 horsepower. And I think there's quite a few differences to the 90 horsepower engine in the sense that quite a few components are different.
Is the 90 still a three cylinder?
Yeah, it's the same block and head and the same. I think, but they've changed a lot of it. You know, I think it's got different turbochargers and probably different injectors and various other parts. But I don't know what you can chip a 90 to. Probably a little more. I don't know, but
110, 150, something like that. It just depends.
Yeah, I mean, it really is more a case of whether you need to. I think with this sort of car, if you want it to go quick, then fair enough. If you want a quick car,
don't buy an Audi A2.
Maybe consider a different car. Yeah, maybe consider a GTI or something. But definitely nice on a Polo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Polo's a good car, right?
It is. I love the Polo. It's really nice to drive. They feel tight. Doesn't matter how old they are. But what I wanted with a car also is something slightly higher off the ground, because the last two company cars I've had have been TTs, and they're just such a pig to get involved.
Yeah.
You know.
And these are actually very. For such a small car, they do feel airy and light, don't they? Apart from this rather silly window arrangement at the front here, where they have this double A pillar, literally in the shape of an A.
With those pillars, you've really got to watch yourself coming up to roundabouts. You've got to take more time.
It does feel lively, doesn't it?
I think so.
Chucking it around here, it does feel really lively.
Doing 50 miles an hour from here.
I think again it's that light, stiff body shell, that space frame. It just gives it that real.
I think it's fun. I love driving this,
and liveliness, and it's just that is the word, fun to drive.
Yeah.
Now, if you go out in the Golf in a minute, and I'll let you have a drive, it does feel at times, even with 180 horsepower, it feels like a bit of a handful, and it will talk still on these greasy, cold roads. And
it's 5.5 degrees today, so
it's not. You know, you do have to have your wits about you in bad conditions. On a dry road, you can thrash the living crap out of it, but bad conditions, I don't know if it's the tyres or whether it's something else with it.
It's probably quite heavy at the front though, isn't
it does feel a bit less stable, or a bit less lively in one of these. And that was always a criticism of that car, but I guess we'll talk about that when we drive it. But I think people were really rude about these when they came out. They thought they were...
still are. I remember telling a colleague, a VW colleague actually, because I worked at a multi-franchise site, so we were Audi and VW, amongst other things. And he was like, "What, you're buying an A2? What's wrong with you? Go and get your eyes tested." But I love it. I love the fact that not everybody likes it.
Yeah, and I think you either love the look of them or you hate the look of them. I personally love it. Now, my partner Jade, she's not a fan of these at all. Oh, we lost the camera. It's so lively, we lost the camera. She's not a fan of them, and
you should edit that bit out, really.
Yeah, well, probably won't. There we go, that's better. Do apologise about that, chaps.
For our professional...
We're very professional. She doesn't like the look of them, and I do, so...
You know what, when this is clean, I do... For me, I mean, I've had some nice cars, you know, I had my 650 BMW, and I love that car. But I do look back at this car and think, oh, I like it, you know, it's a nice looking car.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not that many on the road, although I have to say now I do see more of them than you tend to, don't you, when you've got a car.
I think there's a lot around still, because they are, only until recently have they really dropped to a price point where you probably start to see numbers thin out on these.
And actually this is one of the difficult things, so if you are looking to buy an Audi A2 and you're watching this video for a bit of research, the difficult thing is, how much should I pay for an A2? Yeah. And, you know, when I was looking...
And what did you pay for this one, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so this is a 2005, and at the time it was very fractionally under 86,000 miles.
So low mileage, late one, nice spec. This is what people want. This is the model people want, generally speaking, isn't it?
So I paid £1,300.
Which is a really good price. So. Really, really good price.
And the way I bought it was because I've been looking on Auto Trader and all the other sites for a long time and couldn't find anything I liked. So on the Audi owners, Audi A2 owners page on Facebook, put an advert, said this is my budget, this is what I want, and a chap from Lincoln messaged me to say his wife was selling her car, this one, and we negotiated the price, and I drove up one Sunday evening to have a look at it, had a quick drive, and said, yes, I do.
Because you can get some quite ropey ones, can't you? I've seen some quite nasty ones for sale, but very cheap. I saw a fairly decent runner for £750 the other day.
The thing is with these, the prices are ranging from...
Silly.
750 quid, roughly, for an okay one. In fact, the week before I saw this one, I saw one on the side of a roundabout at a pub in Norwich. I think it was 999 quid. You'd done 183,000 miles on an O2 plate.
A lot of miles.
And I thought, well, I can spend another £300 and buy one that's much newer, with half the mileage.
So really, condition is key with these, isn't it? You've got
Yeah.
to find one in good condition,
And also with the bodywork being aluminium as well, you've got to watch because, you know,
hard to fix.
Yeah, expensive as well.
Yeah, a lot of work.
So bodywork, I haven't got a sort on this one. We've done the cam belt and water pump. We've done a thermostat as well. You can see it's nice and dead centre.
Yeah, so you fixed that, yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't really a problem. It's just that it takes ages to warm up, really.
They do, because they're diesels and they're small engines, I suppose, aren't they?
But that's fine. The other thing to note on the A2 is the switch gear,
which I will show you now. Actually, let's get the camera. We'll show you because it is quite nice, but it does have problems, doesn't it? It looks lovely in red, actually, but
you see these
all
buttons
wear,
here,
don't
start
they?
to wear. So I mean, you can see it's just starting to go there, but I don't touch that one, so that's not going to get any worse. But some of these they'll be white and they look shocking.
Mine were just starting to go on. I think it was the fan buttons on mine and the on-off button. I think on mine.
The other thing that's nice is that you've got a sort of height adjustable seats.
Yeah,
so what it does, it sort of pumps the back up and down of the base of the seat, so you can adjust that. You've got rake reach on your steering, which is still quite nice.
It isn't too bad getting a driving position.
No, I found a really nice driving position. I like to kind of wear the steering wheel because I sit quite far back and I've got short legs.
Yeah.
Or long legs.
One thing I have noticed, Jono, which you need to obviously address, is these seat belts are very
saggy. Yeah, they are a bit
slow, should we say?
Lackluster.
Yeah, a little bit on the slow side to
that's
come up.
Something to mention as well.
Oh yeah, my Golf's got one of them. That's a Volkswagen.
Why did they stop doing those?
It's just over-engineering. If you wanted to know what VW were like before people started taking the piss out of them and they got into all this scandalous stuff, little touches like that are just lovely, I think, and it just shows that someone has really thought about this car, the way everything works, and it all just feels good. And they're just quality cars. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? They're a work of art. They are. They're a bit like the one in my Golf.
Well, do you know what? The other thing I will
VW just make the nicest cup holders, don't they? And on that lovely damped feel as they come out as well.
The other thing is, if you haven't got a sat nav, that is how I drove home with sat nav from Lincoln.
Yeah.
And you know, I've got a little charger.
I do that with mine as well. Yeah. If you go around the corners too fast, it does fall out of mine.
No, this was fine actually. So don't buy a big phone, buy a standard phone.
Buy a crummy old iPhone, yeah.
And it will work in there, no problem.
They're lovely, aren't they, the way they
it's
work?
Got a nice little mechanism. It's really comfortable. You've got good visibility out of the back. What you will find though, parking. So I'll do it up against this green fence.
Oh, we're behind, are we? With the picnic table on the back there.
Yeah, so I've got, actually that spoiler is amazing because what you'll find is when you've got people driving behind you, that is where their headlights go.
Yeah, I remember that.
I like that.
Yeah.
But
Right in the mirror as well, isn't it?
Getting close to the fence, I think I'm probably about there.
You've probably got about 8
And I've probably park another car behind that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and the front actually drops away on them as well, don't they? I'm used to Volvos, which are very blocky, and people say, oh, it must be awful to park. No, because it's easy to park a brick, because you can see all the corners.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you try and park a beach ball, you know, it's much harder, because it's just a never-ending curve, So, hope you enjoyed that video on the A2. Apologies for this appalling ending to this video. I've just not had a chance to edit something better. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this A2 video. And if you did, please watch the one on the Golf. It's very similar. We filmed them at the same time, hence why I'm doing this awful ending now in my other car. Please subscribe to the channel, please join the Facebook group, please be safe out there and drive carefully, and I'll see you next time.